One of the most important things you can do as a man is being alone. In this video, we're going to talk about the power of solitude, which means the power of being alone. Master the art of being alone without distractions. That's what we're going to talk about. For everyone who does not know who I am, I'm M. Singh, talk about masculine mindset. I don't want to introduce myself, but I saw a YouTube video recommended to me where people said that if you want to get more engagement with the people, you have to always introduce yourself. I'm not going to do it in every video, but just for you, I'm M. Singh. I'm trying to teach you something, but I'm also trying to learn. So for me, making this video is not only for the benefit for you, but also for me personally, because I learned how to speak English better. I learned how to produce better videos and just learn about the algorithm. You see, right now I'm canceled, banned on TikTok, on Instagram. I don't know why, talking the real truth. But I'm not somebody that just bullying people out there. I'm trying to help people. And the only way to help, especially men, is with the truth. So if I'm just lying and say, you're so special, you're gonna make it, my brother, stop scrolling. Like all of these people I see on my explore page, you're gonna achieve nothing in this life. But if you're going into being real to yourself, true to yourself, and saying, okay, right now I'm broke, I have to change it. Right now I'm, fat, insecure, I have to change that. Because only when you realize that you are a nobody right now, and I always say the same thing, then you can change your whole perspective and your mind and you and yourself into somebody. And one of the things that will help you with that is the power of being alone. Alone. Or also solitude. What I'm going to explain to you in this video is why being alone is so important and how you can be alone. The first thing you should do is cut off all the friends that are not benefiting you. And even though you have friends or a brotherhood that is benefiting you, you should still give yourself some time for yourself. It's not about cutting them off, but just respecting yourself to say, you know what? Right now I have to go to the gym. I have to study. I have to work on myself. I have to build myself. Please accept that. And if somebody in your circle right now is offended or feel any type of way, then you should cut them off. Just by the response of the people, you should know who your friends are and why they are the way they are. Because some of them will be jealous for you changing your mindset. But your friends should always support you with that. Even better, they will want to change with you. That's what you want to have. But let's get right into the first step on why being alone is so fucking important for a man. I talk about masculinity so much because I know that most of the men nowadays got no strong father anymore, and it is not the fault of the father. You have to see perspectives. It is harder to make money with a real job, and the mother also has to go to the job right now. And now two opponent sides want the same goal. They want to help their kid get a good education. And you see, there has to be somebody at home, and that's what the woman does very good. She's very good with taking care of the people, with physical touch, with love, with being there, with making food, with cleaning the household, with enjoying the time with the kids. And the man is there for making the money, taking care of the family financially, physically, and also mentally. And that's why he has to go to work and does this and that without excuses and without crying and being too emotional. You can be emotional. That's why you have a brotherhood. But if you have the wrong people, and you will only find that out when you are alone, you will never be true to yourself and never really can talk about your feelings without making change. Because the difference is, when you have friends, you talk emotional to your brotherhood right now, and they're just crying with you. You will not change your life. You will all just be depressive, smoking weed and going to the next party. But if you have real friends, a real brotherhood, just like the one I built right now, join the free link in the bio. I don't want to sell you a course or anything. Just join if you want to change your life. If not, that's okay for me. I see the big vision. If you see the big vision, that's nice. So back to the point. If you have now a brotherhood who's really true, real, they would tell you, bro, it is okay. Let's cry for a minute and then let's do some push-ups. Let's change our life. Let's go for a run. Let's do not stay broke, insecure, or fat. Let's change our lives. And that's what you need. But you will only find out how true your friends are when you are lonely. Because then you will see the jealousy. Then you will see the hate. Then you will also analyze yourself. Because think about that. If you're always with other people, surrounded by other people, you forget your own problems. And that's why people love to hang with people. If you think about it, you chill with the group and everybody talks about their problems, and you forget your problems. But when you're back home, you're screaming at your parents, you're angry, you got no emotional control because you're life is just fucked up. And that's where you all night long outside, hanging, smoking weed, doing nothing. It is not always your fault, but you can only change that when you take the responsibility and say, fuck that, I have to be alone right now. And first of all, change my life, fix my life. And then I can enjoy my life with other people who want to see me up there. That is what you want to have. So let's get right into the 4 benefits for solitude, for being alone as a man. The first one is self-reflection. Just like I said, if you're always with other people, surrounded by people who just want to chill, you will never have the time to analyze yourself. But when you are alone, lonely in the gym, lonely outside, lonely working your fucking business at home, lonely doing the shit you have to do, lonely with your parents. You can also be lonely when you are with somebody. Just for an example, sitting on a table with your family and just being with your thoughts. Now you cannot run away from the things you're thinking about. Like, shit, my life is trash. I'm not satisfied. I want to be more. I have a purpose. I want to be a king. I want to conquer the fucking earth, which is okay. That's the problem with, I'm not talking about feminism, but the whole new social media saying, as a man, you should not be that conquering. Why should you want to? Why not? Like, why the fuck should you not conquer the world? Because conquering the world, you can only conquer the world if you conquer yourself. We all have to be realistic. We're not going to be the new Elon Musk. We're not going to have the world order. And trust me, you don't want that. You want to be true to yourself. You want to make millions, but just for your family. Always combined with a masculine mindset. But still, you can conquer the world. Because it's just the belief system you have to change. But everybody's telling you, and that's why I hate social media, stop being so angry. Stop being this. Why? Like, if you use that emotion that you feel right now, like being angry, you see other people with fucking Ferraris, Lambos, you see people can't feed in their family, you see mothers don't have to work no more because their son made it. That should make you angry, but at the same time inspire you to be the same one. Just like I said, control your emotions. You could be angry on that person right now, and you can say, fuck you, you scammed that whole shit, you made this and that. But you could also change your mind and say, I'm angry because I'm not that man right now, but I will work my ass off to be with you in that position. And that's the difference between hate and just being inspired and still controlling that emotion you have right now. Put it into your work, put it into building yourself, put it into going to the fucking gym and doing something with your life. So just like I said, the first step is self-reflection. Now you can see the thoughts you have. Now you can see them, analyze them, self-reflect, because everybody's just living their life without self-reflecting. For an example, you fail at something and you just continue to fail because you never analyze why you failed at that. Another example, me making YouTube videos right now and saying always the wrong English word because I'm very basic, I'm a beginner in English. And now, if I not watch that video again, if I don't, you see, just like I said, I just made a mistake. If I did not correct myself or rewind or watch the video again that I'm just cutting right now, I would never see that fall that I did. You would only learn by self-reflection. Just like I said, I have self-belief. I'm confident. I know that I will be somebody. But still, you don't have to be arrogant. Confidence and arrogance are 2 different things. If you believe in yourself, that's nice. But you have to do something for that. But if you just think you are the man but can't even do the shit you're talking about, you will be a nobody. And if I say to you that you have to self-reflect on yourself and on the things you do, then I have to do the same thing. I want to live by an example. I want to be a male role model. You should be too. So let's get it. Step number 2, mental clarity. Now you self-reflect on your thoughts. And the next thing you do, or you will have, is mental clarity. Because if you think about it, now you can organize your thoughts. Now you can see the visions you have, the desires you have, but also the frustration, the fears. And you can categorize them. You can say, okay, this is that. This emotion is because of that. I'm angry because of that. I'm happy because of that. I want to achieve that. Now you just have control over your overthinking. I made a video once where I told people that overthinking is a superpower if used right. But you will never use that superpower or have the capability of using it if you always run away from that overthinking part, because you're just overthinking because you are around other people. And when you are alone, in that little moment you are alone, you're scared, you have fear because you don't want to connect with your thoughts. But now you have the time, now you have the vision, now you have that mental clarity. That's what you want to achieve. Thinking about your thoughts, organize them, categorize them, and now see the visions you have. Now you can separate between fear, fake visions, real purpose, and so on. So that's the state you want to achieve. And that's what being alone can bring you. Number 3 is emotional resilience. Emotional resilience. To sum it up, resilience just means falling down and get up again. It is always about that, especially as a man, and you will build confidence. You will know yourself better if you are alone with yourself. And that's why being alone as a man is so fucking important, because now you know yourself. You want to know yourself. Otherwise, you are just fake. You're faking your whole personality. But if you're alone, you will feel real trust within yourself, because now you see, okay, I'm alone. I said I'm going to do this, but I did not do it. Now I feel like a bitch. Now I feel like a loser. I have to change that. How? By just doing the shit that I say I'm going to do. And that resilience right there, because you fall down, you analyze yourself, you have now mental clarity because you know what you want to achieve, and now you can get up again. That's why being alone is so fucking important for you. Otherwise, you would just fail, never self-reflect on that, never have that mental clarity, never get back on that mission to, for an example, you run. Some people you hang with just laughing about you falling down, and you will never do it again. But you running alone, doing your shit alone, never told anyone, and see people on the internet succeed or other people hate on you, you will have that state of mind to analyze that shit and see, okay, either I'm gonna do it and be confident and be somebody and build myself, or I'm gonna stay where I am right now. And now it's just your decision. But you can only take the decision without people telling you what to do. And sometimes being around people is the worst thing you can do, especially if you're not on the top right now. Because you right now in the state of having friends that are not on the same mission than you, you are in the middle and you want to be here with the people who are already successful. And the hard part is that in between the situation you are in right now, that is one of the hardest moments and hardest times you will have. That is that being alone state. But if you succeed and if you did achieve that being alone state and have that mental clarity right now, you will be one of the strongest men in the fucking room. And that's what you want to be. Because it is always about who you truly are when nobody's looking at you. So many people post their shit on the internet, post their shit on the stories, post how they do this and that for other people to see it. But who does something for themselves? Go jogging, go run, go to training. Train 3 times a day, post 1 time, and the other 2 times you don't talk about it because you do it for yourself. And now you have the confidence when somebody is confronting you. And you in your head, no, bro, I have that mental clarity. I fall down so many times. I fail and I fail and I failed and I failed and I failed. And I'm still here. Strong, capable, wise, stoic. That's what you want to be. And the last and most easy step to understand is personal growth. Because as a man, we want to build ourselves. And we can only build ourselves through pain. Personal growth. I'm always talking about being a diamond. That's why I'm always making a post. No, I'm not in the Illuminati. But being a diamond is always about, a diamond goes through heat and pressure to build, to be built. And we as humans have to go through the same process to be someone. Because only pain builds us. If you think about it, you will only know who you truly are when you go through the pain. Think about you running a 10 mile right now for the first time. How you feel. You feel like a bitch, you feel like a loser. And now you got the decision to really find out who you are by running that shit. Because now you can give up. You can, yes, try to get back on a track again, resilience. Or you can just run through that pain. And at the end of the day, at the end of the run, you will feel like a real man. Like somebody that goes through the pain and you will enjoy that pain. Trust me. You don't want to chase happiness because smoking weed, going to a party, doing this, doing that, jerking off. After the whole shit, how you feel? Like a loser. Disappointment is the feeling you will have, right? And I know you know what I'm talking about right now. Disappointment. You feel like a nobody. But I mean, you chased happiness, right? That's the wrong thing. You want to chase being proud. Focus on yourself by embracing and enjoying the pain until the focus is on you. Because when you're proud of yourself, you will be happy. As a man, think about Christmas for an example. You do not feel happy when you get the presents, but when you give the presents. And that's what you want to achieve. And you will only achieve that mental clarity, the state of mind, if you are alone, because then you can analyze yourself. And then you realize, fuck, I'm a selfish freak that still not do what I have to do to become that man that can be selfish. But the men that are working the most are often do not do for themselves. The men that you see that are shredded, that got that money, that are successful in the world we live in right now, most of the times are not even doing it for themselves. And that's what you want to achieve. I know there are many people who are very successful that are assholes, but you see the difference in their mindset just by the way they're walking, the way they're behaving. But if you know that you are a man true to yourself, doing shit for your family, and are really loving yourself, having a self-respect and a mental clarity, knowing that you can be alone without anyone, without any type of friends you need on your side, you will feel that aura of a man like that, and you will have that aura. You will have the body language, that presence, because it is not only about the capability to fight. It's just about that courage, that feeling of, I'm so clear within my mind and I know who I am and pure. Nobody can defeat me mentally. That's why I talk about mindset. Masculinity, being masculine, is not always about looking good, having good clothes on yourself, and feeling like you are the man, having this and that. All these things are just byproducts of being a masculine man. But masculinity is just a mindset, and that's what you want to achieve. Now I'm going to give you 4 steps on how to build that solitude. Step 1 is cutting off bad relationships, cutting off friends you don't need, cutting off discussions or talks you have with people you don't like and you don't want to talk to, and don't give a fuck about the opinions of people who you know you don't want to achieve the same things like them. So step number 1 is just cut off anyone. Some people might also say cut off your family, and I would also recommend you to do that, but not in the same type of way you cut off your friends that you don't need in your life, because your family is your family. Sometimes your family is mentally destroyed, something is wrong in the family, and you don't have to accept that. There's a difference between hanging with the family who is destroying you mentally, financially, and physically, but if you know your mother, your father just going through some shit in their life, but still wants the best from you, like saying that you have to graduate, have to go to school because they want a better life for you, you cannot be angry about that. If you think about that, they don't want it for themselves. They just want you to have that life they didn't have, and you can't be angry about that. So don't be so selfish. Work for them. I mean, just cut them off, or just being less around them in the time you have to build yourself. And that is the time between changing the circle you're in right now, the people you're hanging with right now, into coming into that mental clarity in that zone to be alone, and then hang with the successful people. Because when you're up there, you can help your family, you can relax with your family. Now they respect your standards, and now you have enough money to change the whole environment. Because trust me, if you make money, your family will not give a fuck about how you make that money, where that money comes from, but legally, and they just want to see you succeed. If you have a good family, just like I said, some type of people, or I know also some families, their mother, their father just also had their traumas and are not capable to be parents, and that is not your fault. Then just work for your future wife, for your future kids. Just because the people that born you before you were trash to you, and you don't have a good life with them, does not mean that your whole life is right now destroyed. You are young, capable, and can build anything, especially as a man. Number 2, set aside time. Even if you are going to the school right now and you cannot go around to not hang with the people you have to hang with because you go to school, you go to work, this and that, still you can wake up earlier, meditate. You can have lonely hours with yourself. You can embrace that pain, just like I said, and search for the being alone. Because for some people, being alone is a state they cannot escape from. Like, that is their life. You have no friends, you are alone. Something happened to your family, you are alone right now. But some people are just surrounded by people who they have to cut off. And I talk to these people right now because you have to set aside time for yourself. You have to say to yourself with self-respect, okay, you know what? People going to school, after that I'll go to the gym alone. After that I'll go home, read my books alone. I'm going to wake up 2 hours earlier and go for a run go meditate, go doing this, go work my fucking business alone. You have to set that time for yourself. Set aside time. Very easy step. How can you do that? By creating a schedule for yourself, knowing your routine, doing every day the same shit, and knowing what you want to achieve. Being masculine, having a masculine mindset, all the things I'm talking about is always about knowing what you want to achieve in this life. And you can only know what you want to achieve in this life when you know your purpose. You can only know your purpose when you're being alone. So you see, being alone is also very important for finding out what you truly want in this life. So that's why I say be alone. Number 3, limit distractions. Because that's one big thing I have to say. Even though you are alone, because there are no people around you, being on your phone the whole time, being on WhatsApp chats, Instagram chats, seeing other people on the internet, you're still not alone. Being alone is you alone, without fucking headphones, in the gym. Being alone is you alone, going for a run, going for a walk, meditate with yourself. Because being alone is not just being on your smartphone, seeing other people being successful. Oh.
There's something. She sent me. My name's Hope.
You see, like, if you do that shit, you're not alone. Because you want to have that state of analyzing yourself, having mental clarity, thinking about the things you want to achieve in this life, or you fear. But you will never achieve this mental clarity, this state of mind, if you always have something in your mind that is coming from your fucking phone. Chats, distractions, porn up, Netflix, people who want to talk to you, Instagram stories, other people's life. That's just a distraction. Just because you're surrounded by nobody does not mean that you are alone. Being alone is in your fucking mind. Mental clarity, achieving the state of, you know what, I have to sit down and I have to change my life right now, can only be achieved by being alone, really being alone. So limit your distractions. Not only people who trying to talk to you, but also the people you see on your phone. Number 1, distraction. Number 2, Netflix. Number 3, people you don't want to talk to. Number 4, porn up, jerking off. Number 6, weed, alcohol, the next event, the next movie, parties. Everything is a distraction. Sometimes, even just the shit you wrote down 3 days ago can be a distraction if you don't analyze it, but just sitting there and are too scared to analyze your thoughts. You want to search for something. You want to go out. You think, okay, now I have to go out because I want to be productive, right? I can go for a walk. Embrace that pain. Search for that pain. Go into your deepest thoughts. That's what makes you strong. And that's what you want to achieve. You want to be the strongest man alive, right? You want to be the strongest you. And you can be that. If you want to be alone, trust me, there will be a stage when you are so lonely that you only want to be alone. That is also very dangerous because we as humans, we are very social. We want to hang with other people and you need a brotherhood. I do not say be alone the whole time. There has to be a time, just like I said, 3 to 6 months where you are alone with your mind, building yourself up to be somebody that can talk about these topics, starting a martial arts, starting something, to then hang with the people, building a business, start something. Because if you are nobody right now, trying to chill with the successful people, nobody will respect you. But if you're in the starting phase, if you want to achieve something, if you want to change something, trust me, people will love that because there are so many people in the same stage. So be relaxed with that. But be aware of the fact that you being alone the whole time, your whole life right now, is also not the solution. You just want to have times where you are alone. And you can schedule them. Just like I said, being in the morning, 2 hours alone. After that, going to the gym alone. Doing this and that, and then in the afternoon have your social circle where you enjoy the time with the people you love and the people who want to grind and the people with the same interest than you. That's what you want to achieve. That's very important. So don't run away from that just because now you will, trust me, you will be feeling fearful because you are too alone. Because now you think nobody's like me. I had the same thoughts, but nobody's better than you and you are never better than anyone else. You just fight against you. And the last step on how to be alone, how to achieve that state, is to take action. I always say the same step in the last tip for becoming something, achieving something, and it's always about taking action. Why? You can look at so many videos. That shit goes like 20 minutes, I don't know. You still here, you want to change. That's strong. But you do nothing. Now you're going to search for another video. Don't even look at my videos. Don't even look at anyone else. Start right now. Go into your WhatsApp list, say sorry, bros. Don't even say sorry, just block them and change your life. Because I know you hang with people right now who you don't like. And you don't have to hang with them. Even though you start a business together, you don't like them, cut them off. It is not always about the money. It is about your mental state. And you will never achieve money that you love. You will never achieve that. You think when you have that money, you are happy. And that's the wrong thing. You have to be proud of yourself. And confidence, knowing that you don't have to hang with people you don't like. That's what will make you happy. Trust me. It is better to be broke. I don't say being broke is nice because financial problems is heavy. But it's better to be broke, but within your mental clarity, within yourself, because then you can attract that money anyways, than to be rich, hang with people you don't like, lying to yourself, going out to a sales meeting. You'll see all these sales people who are like fake as shit. You want to achieve this next step, trust me. You have to go and take action. That's not life, bro. And then going home crying about that shit. Yeah, you made a provision, right? Nobody gives a fuck about your provision. You're lying to your fucking self. You smile the whole time. You don't want to smile, right? Embrace the pain. Go to the fucking gym and shut the fuck up. Do the shit you have to do. Let's get it, champ. You can achieve it if you believe it. I don't give a fuck how many people I'm talking to right now. Even though I just catch one man that is here still to the end. Trust me, you will achieve something. Don't say to me that I will achieve something. I'm thankful for that, but I believe in myself already. That's the difference. Is that confidence or arrogance? Tell me that in the comments and just change your life right now. Let's get it.